All right, guys, 3x Lex, Chief Product Engineer, Chief CEO, Chief Executive Officer of 3X Tech, back in the building. All right, I'm here today to show off Asura Buster. This is Asura Part 2. Fantastic fighting game, guys. It's one of the very good fighting games that never came to America. As far as my knowledge is concerned, I don't believe this was ever ported to any home system. This was developed by Fuki. I believe they were comprised of a lot of older SNK and Capcom developers. And they made a few games, but like specifically Asura Blade and Asura Buster, the sequel here. This is, nevertheless, this is a very good fighting game. And one that never came to America. And like I said, I don't believe it ever came on console either. Fantastic game, man. It's definitely worth checking out. When you get your Slayer, you definitely want to check this out. It's very obscure, very rare, very good gameplay. I enjoy it a lot, and it's definitely worth checking out. There's nothing else like this. It's got a unique play style. Good combination punching. A lot of the characters had weapons. Some didn't. A case could be made it's a weapon-based fighter. It's a lot more over the top than something like Last Blade. Very quirky, definitely Japanese, stylistically. Good variation between the characters. The moves feel satisfying. Gameplay definitely makes sense. It's definitely playable. I don't quite know if it's a competition level fighting game where it's super balanced. Most of these quirky import games like this kind of lack balance. Ton of fun though. Damn. You definitely got to be on your defensive game with this swamp creature. This is like a sub boss. This guy is something else. That chip damage that spin does is insane. Oh, he whooping off of my ass. I hate fighting games that don't let you change characters though either. That's something else. He about to get spammed now. I guess he don't have a block. It doesn't even look like this guy has a block. And now that I think about it, he doesn't. Damn. Damn. This kind of came at a time when a resurgence was happening with the 2D fighting game genre too. Late 90s, mid 90s, everything kind of shifted toward 3D. But Guilty Gear came out. Last Blade was real heavy around this era. Gyro, Mark of the Wolves, Marvel vs. 2. Capcom versus SNK 2 came out, so like we're starting to see like a bounce back for the genre, at least for a short period. So when this came out, this was like around in that era. It was very good fighting game, man, but you know nobody ever picked it up stateside, first of all, I don't believe it ever got ported. I think if it would have got ported, like for Dreamcast would have been a great system for that. Likely maybe even PS2 for when it came out. Even an Xbox port, GameCube or one of those systems. Any of those systems, Dreamcast, post Dreamcast, could have handled this game easily. PS1 port, this was a little bit after PS1, but it had been severely compromised. But yeah, this could have easily been handled by any system, Dreamcast or later. If it would have made it stateside, I could have seen this game having a little bit of a scene. Because it's quite good. I don't put it on the level as Groove on Fight though. Not as much variety. Characters aren't quite as interesting. It's a notch below Groove on Fight, but it's damn good though. I played a lot worse, that's for sure. Yeah, they got an interesting bonus stage here where dogs just come out and bite you. Very interesting bonus stage. Graphics look good though. I will give them that. Animation wise, for this era, it looks good. The 2D games have aged a lot better than the 3D games from this era anyway too, seeing that these games are like over 20 years old now. But this game looks damn good. It's very animation heavy. It's got its own style. It's pretty cool visually. Ain't too big of a fan of the sounds. Don't care for the background music. The sound effects is, I would say, probably a little below par though, to be honest. That's my take on that. Sound-wise, the effects and everything, it's a little below. But, I mean, it's a fighting game, so it's not like a deal breaker or anything. Graphics and gameplay and style mean the most to me in a fighting game. Music's a little annoying though. So he's taking like a X-Men versus Street Fighter approach to the boss. I see they've done that, where you're like just basically fighting arms and hands. Okay, yeah, this is beyond cheap. You can't even defend against all of this. Haha. This is just a real quarter muncher. Alright, his boss is pretty ridiculous. This is up there with the Kaiser Knuckles secret boss, man. I've seen some weird, obscurely difficult bosses in fighting game history, but this guy, Sir King, is certainly up there. One of the great trolls of the fighting game genre, for sure. Like, this isn't even really fighting another person at this point. This is like really a puzzle. They're just throwing random elements on the screen. Like, you're not really even fighting anybody. Like, it's hands and stuff that's moving, projectiles filling the whole screen, giant swords that take up the whole screen. Like, come on, you're not even really fighting anybody. Extremely hard to be defensive against and attack. Big chip damage. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. Ha. Oh shit, come on. Oh shit. What the fuck? Ah! Man, I got no words. This is ridiculous. Oh, wow, check that out. Well, there you guys have it. He put up quite a fight. Hey man, that's Asura Blade. Definitely a cool fighting game. You definitely want to check this out when you get your Dragon Slayer. Very obscure. I've showed a lot of obscure fighting games, especially a lot of ones never came to the States on this channel. Definitely check this out. This is one of the better ones for sure. Anyway, guys, Dragon Slayer is still coming soon. Hard at work in the background on a lot of things. And hey, keep your eyes on this channel. 3X Lex out. Get with you on the next one. Peace.